All right, we're here, JWHL action, about 30 seconds into this one as Little Caesars and Balmoral are already going at it. Little Caesars out of Detroit, Michigan. Balmoral out of Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. We were just talking about these teams playing yesterday. This is the first game for them today. Balmoral. There's a centering pass and a goal. Little Caesars getting on the board first. Number 12, Taylor Whitney, had a nice game last night and found herself in a good scoring position and got it past the Balmoral Hall netminder, who is number 1, Megan Schroeder. Megan Schroeder, take a look at the stats. Schroeder is 2-4-1 on the year with a 3.07 goals against average. Bianca Zach started in net for Balmoral last night and had an incredible game against Boston, stopping 36 shots en route to a 6-2 victory. Little Caesars last night at Ritter lost 5-4 to the Ridley team we just saw win moments ago. 5-4 in overtime. In fact, gave up the game winner with like 11 seconds to go in overtime. So tough loss for them last night, but good start this morning as they take the lead on a very good Balmoral Hall team. And it'll be an icing. We got Megan Schroeder in net for Balmoral, and it looks to be number 60, Ripley Crosley, in net again for Little Caesars out of Detroit. Crosley going to Miami of Ohio. So these two teams actually met yesterday morning on this same sheet of ice, with Balmoral getting the 3-0 win. So right away, 30 seconds into this one, Little Caesars getting their first goal against Balmoral in over a game. Although it didn't take a whole lot of time, but shutout yesterday. And on the board already, careless turnover though in center ice. Opportunity for Balmoral, turned aside. Players run into each other, net goes loose. And we'll have a stoppage. I thought there might be a penalty call. There will be. And with the tripping, number 22, Hubble, is going to go to the penalty box. Balmoral will have an opportunity to tie things up with the extra skater. Balmoral getting goals last night from Delaney Bame, had a couple, as well as Olivia Savar. Savar committed locally here, well, not local to the state of Minnesota, I should say, a little out of the metro area here in Minneapolis, but St. Cloud State, a very good school. There's Savar, the St. Cloud State Husky commit, going to take a slap shot. That one goes through, and I think it may be deflected off Bame, a teammate, and wide. Yeah, she's a little slow to get up, as that one, I think, struck her in the leg. And knowing Olivia Savar, that shot has venom to it. Now Balmoral racing up the right-hand side, trying to escape past the defender. That's dumped down, cleared away. There's 1 minute and 20 seconds to go in the power play for the Blazers from Winnipeg. Nice looping cross-ice pass just out of the reach, but finds Thiessen on the far side. Thiessen dumps it in, but O'Brien will have a chance to clear. That gets away. Miswagen misplays it and lets it trickle by. I think Blazers without an official shot on goal here in this power play. It's a good fight. This is Brandy Wilson. She netted one last night in the 5-4 loss. Swaggin, this is Esposito, number 13. Balmoral Hall in the white with the green and yellow trim. Little Caesars out of Detroit in the orange with the baby blue trim. Leone, wrist shot. End over end. Eventually bounces its way to Ripley Crosley. She'll throw the glove on top of it. And we'll have a face-off. That dumped down the length. And the power play is over. Killed off nicely by the team from Detroit. Bassett flips that up. Hits out a play, comes back in, but we'll have a face-off. So 4 minutes gone here in the opening period. 1-0, 30 seconds in. Taylor Whitney with the goal for Little C's. Olivia Savar carrying it past defenders. Slap shot, hits a leg. Doesn't get through to goal. Sent along the boards, tapped ahead. Azamakis couldn't get it on a run, and Sandilands carries it over offside. That was 11 Erica Sandilands, 2 Sandilands. Corinne, number 22 as well on this Balmoral Hall team. And we'll take a look at the standings. Balmoral Hall just ahead of Little Caesars coming into the weekend. Both tied actually on 15 points. Balmoral, though, with a game in hand. And Balmoral getting that win over Little Caesars yesterday, I think puts them ahead in the standings. I believe they have not been updated on the website as of yet. We'll wait till we conclude action here. There's a lot of games being played. Tough to keep up with. DiMaggio for Little Caesars. Nifty skate and stick handling. Wrist shot goes high and gloved out of the air by Schroeder. Little Caesars 7-10-1 on 15 points, and Balmoral 7-9-1. Said these teams played yesterday right here at Mariucci yesterday morning. A couple of morning games back-to-back days for these two against each other. Balmoral shutting out Little Caesars 3-0. We're going to take a look at who was in net for that one, as we've got a delayed penalty. And again, Little Caesars will go to the box. I believe that's Heath. And it is Jenny Heath, number 5, committed to Elmira College. And getting the shutout was Bianca Zach. Skate right in on net. Shots denied. Wasn't a great angle for number 16, Alex Yalawega. Miswagen didn't know she had company. Nearly coughed it up right in front of her own goal. Little Caesars going to have a chance to control it in their own zone. On the shorthand, right on the doorstep, can't get turned in. Another sweeping attempt to no avail. That was Ava Rossano for Little Caesars, number 16. Great short-handed opportunities. A lot of time left on this power play. That one just out of the zone. Bassett's going to have to reset. And Bassett almost crossed over without realizing it. She's going to have to circle around, so some good time wasted by Little Caesars. Olivia Savar. Savar cuts it back right around the blue line. It stays in. Can't find it. Now maybe an opportunity here for Balmoral. Well, they'll turn it over, and a shorthanded opportunity. This is Azamakis, number 7, right-hand side. Oh, what a centering pass just in front of a teammate. As Azamakis worked it into the circle, tried to square it over to Whitney, who got a goal very much like that 30 seconds into this one. This one, however, just too far out in front. 20 seconds to go in the advantage for Balmoral Hall. They're going to see if they can get another shot on net. Good give and go. Doesn't come to anything. Puck stays in. And that concludes the power play, so Little Caesars able to kill off their second one here in the period. That shot wide to the right. Bounces off the backside board and comes out. Zumeric dumps it down, and Little Caesars will switch it up. Picked up here by Corinne Sandeland. Skates past one Little Caesars defender. Shot hits a body. Sandeland's again. Skating in, can't get anything. Shot from Misswagen goes high. Rattles all the way around. It's going to be a chase for it. Catchaway gets there first. Sent around, pressure now, it kept in. Thiessen tried to flip it back. Good battle by Amber Danulis, number 91, to keep it with Little Caesars, but it's sent down from afar. And that'll be an icing call. So face off to the left of Crosley. Crosley didn't start the first one between these two as Joanna Hebert, the other goalie for Little Caesars. So both goalies different from the contest yesterday morning. Roberts will take the draw for Balmoral, and it'll go against Brandy Wilson. Zaharia tries to turn, does turn. Puck's intercepted by O'Brien. O'Brien gives it right back, looped up, almost grabbed out of the midair, and almost found its way to Bame, who couldn't quite get it. And it's sent down the other end. Azamakis there from the surface of the ice, almost passed it on. There's a shot. Brandy Wilson hits the shoulder of the goalkeeper Schroeder and goes high and over. And a scoring chance right there for the team from Detroit. That hits off a skate, bounces nicely for Balmoral. Bame in. Quick shot, glided on the ice. Denied. Now a huge turnover. Bame was slow to get up though, didn't know a lot about it, and almost got in the way of Yalawega. Yalawega skating in. Bassett lets it get away and carries it back in. We'll have a stop as I think Balmoral wandered offside. Stick in the middle of the ice belongs to Brandy Wilson from Little Caesars. She'll scoop it up. And we'll have a face-off right outside the Little Caesars zone. Savar gets an open shot high up. Shoulder save by Crosley, and then she covers it. Face off taken by Little Caesars. 2-on-1 opportunity. Sent over, backhand whiffed on. Almost got it to the front hand, but that was just wide as the angle was gone. Grace Schnur, number 2, leading the way for the team from Detroit. Schnur again, center to a vacant area, but picked up by Little Caesars. Tried to go back on the board, but a Blazer player was standing there. Savar carrying in, trying getting the shot off. She goes backhand centering and just in between a couple teammates. Now has it back. Plays it up to Thiessen from the point. Thiessen, long wrister into a crowd. Crosley didn't see it, but was able to get in the way at the last second. That one flipped up over Misswagen, and I think won't be an ice as she plays it right before it crossed the line. Not sure if the refs waved it off beforehand. Misswagen carrying now near side. Swept backwards. O'Brien giving chase. She knocks it off the wall. Here's Teresa DiMaggio. She tries to sling it near pipe. Nothing. Testing Schroeder too bad as it goes back around. Roberts hoists it into the zone, and Balmoral will switch it up. So down to 7 minutes and change left to go here in the first period, 1-0. Off the goal, 30 seconds into it by Taylor Whitney right here with the puck. Gonna try and do something with it again. Drops it back for Azamakis off the pipe and in. I was gonna say Azamakis is a dangerous player. Gets it in the high slot, wrist shot off the pipe. And that'll make it 2-0 to Little Caesars. An impressive shot from number 7, and the assist goes to Whitney, Taylor Whitney, who already has a goal, adds an assist to it now. And she's taken part in both of the goals. And Little Caesars with the 2-0 lead. 7 minutes to go here in the first period. And I'm sure they're glad to see that after being shut out by Balmoral yesterday morning. So far, reversal of fortune between these two. Balmoral shut out Little Caesars. Right now, it's the other way around. It's still very early on in the hockey game. Azamakis just scored the goal, makes a nifty move, and then gives it up to Whitney. Whitney, she could have held on to it, maybe would have had an opportunity to give it right back to Azamakis. They could have connected again. Good job by the Balmoral defense. Here's Jenny Heath. Heath turns it up. She's just going to skate it right on in. Fakes the slap. Now carries it behind. Going to go for the wraparound. Schroeder just had it covered, but good move from Heath. Heath still with it. Now the wrist shot comes in. That goes high. Deflects off the official. Thrown towards the net high. Not too troubling for Schroeder. That's sent way down, and we'll have an icing call and a face-off on the other end. .537 left to go in the opening stanza here. And not surprisingly, number 7, Natalia Azamakis, coming into the weekend, the leading goal scorer for this team from Detroit with 11 goals. She also has 9 assists to go along with that. A good opportunity in the high slot from Leon, but Crosley there for the easy glove save. Taylor Whitney, third on the team with 17 points coming into the weekend. Brandy Wilson on 19 points, and Azamakis with the 11 goals, 9 assists added to that for 20 points. So those are kind of your 3 main contributors on offense for this Little Caesars team. I believe, not surprisingly, they all share a line together. And I'm sure this team from Detroit kind of goes as they go. Got a good netminder as well, though, with Crosley going to Miami of Ohio in a year. Face off in the Balmoral zone. Opportunity knocking. And that was Taylor Whitney again. That stick's deflected wide. Right on front, Savar couldn't find it. And eventually Whitney will take it away for Little Caesars. Whitney on the left goes to Azamakis, skating into the high slot, wrist shot too high. And Thiessen left it behind, sweeps it down, and the Blazers will change lines. Thumped off the board, now right to the M and center ice. Looped in. Nobody there to chase for Balmoral. Teresa DiMaggio gets crunched up against the board right in front of the official. You have a player down. And I believe that is number 10, Aiden Roberts. And I think she maybe just hit her elbow up against the board. And looks like she'll be all right. That's Smarts right off the bat, holding that arm, and definitely made some contact with that board over there. So there'll be a little pause as she comes off the ice. Both teams will talk things over. 3:36 left to go in the opening period, 2-0. Aiden Roberts looks to be okay. It's a little shaken up. That one knuckled in, bouncing end over end. Sandeland's first one to it, but a penalty. And I think they're going to get her. And not surprisingly, Corinne Sandelands does not agree with that call. And it'll be 2 minutes in the box. I think they maybe said that she held on to the stick of a Caesars player trying to get to that puck. That's what they're going to get her for. As Little Caesars now with a chance to make it 3-0. Just over 3 minutes to go here in the first period. Azamakis skating with it. Now it goes back down. Azamakis to Whitney. Whitney sends it in. I think she was trying to center it. And eventually found its way into the mitts of Schroeder. Brandy Wilson to take the face-off. Wins it as Little Caesars able to keep it in the Blazer zone. Jenny Heath rifles one. It's right on the doorstep and turned in by Brandy Wilson as she's able to lift it over Schroeder. Didn't know a whole lot about the rebound. In fact, it looked like the shot kind of got caught up in a jersey. And referee talking it over, and maybe they're going to wave this one away. It'll be interesting, though, because Sandelands has already left the penalty box. It'll stand. Looked like, yeah, the puck kind of just got caught up in a uniform of one of the Balmoral Hall defenders. Then when it fell to the ice, Schroeder wasn't really sure of the location. Quick shot came in. And then all of a sudden it was hoisted up above And into the empty net by Brandy Wilson. So we talked about this combination of Wilson, Whitney, and Azamakis as the top scorers for this Little Caesars team, and all three have registered goals in the opening period. Last one coming on the power play. 2:40 to go. It's a 3-0 lead for Little Caesars. We mentioned that Little Caesars lost to Balmoral yesterday morning. These two teams have only met one other time on the year. It's a 3-1 win for Little Caesars back on October the 8th in Buffalo, New York. So Caesars has some success against Balmoral. 1-1 on the season series. Miswagen, wrist shot, deflected in front, but goes wide. Clanked off the back of the net. Miswagen, wrist shot, high, near post, nothing. Little Caesars nearly with a chance if they can get it ahead. Good job by Diller slowing up. Wrist shot from the left circle. And Teresa DiMaggio couldn't do anything with the individual effort. Erica Sandilands carried it into the corner for Balmoral. Eventually it gets loose. Race for it won by Little Caesars. Under 30 seconds now to go in the first period. Aiden Roberts back on the ice. Nice to see after she had a collision with the boards. Bassett dumps it in. Under 10 now to go here in the first period. First period that couldn't have gone any better if you're a Little Caesars fan. And the horn sounds, but Little Caesars 3 to the good as it's 3-0 after one. We will break for the intermission, come back and have puck drop for period two. It's JWHL Hockey live from Minneapolis. Stay tuned. Welcome back as we await the start of period 2 from 3M Arena at Mariucci here at the wonderful campus of the University of Minnesota in Minneapolis. As we've got JWHL hockey at both the hockey arenas here at the U of M. And it was all Little Caesars in period number 1 in this one. 3-0, goals from Whitney, Azamakis, and Wilson. Whitney now with another opportunity. She's going to center it. Too far for Azamakis. Taylor Whitney and Azamakis both committed to the same college at the next level, Plattsburgh State University. Doing some research on Plattsburgh State as there's an opportunity in front. I think puck's still live, and finally it gets whistled dead. Azamakis took a shove at the end of that play. Sorry, before that action I was going to say, Azamakis, Whitney both going to Plattsburgh State, doing a little research on Plattsburgh State. Division III women's hockey dynasty, won the past couple national titles from at least 2015, 2016, and 2017. And they're going to add to their dynasty a little bit, and getting a couple good players here from Detroit. There's a centering pass. O'Brien smartly gives it back. And that Azamakis, Whitney, and Wilson line stays out there. Plattsburgh State in Plattsburgh, New York. So this girl's leaving the Detroit area, going for what I believe to be upstate New York. Purpura trying to crash in on net, gets it taken off the stick. Yeah, Plattsburgh State, Division III national champion 6 times, 07, 08, and then from 2014 through last year. Jenny Heath giving chase. She sweeps it over to a teammate, and off a leg almost goes to Balmoral, but nothing came from it. That's sent in. Oh, almost got back to Zaharia in an advanced position. Zaharia skates around with it a little bit. Tries to rope-a-dope the defender. Nothing there. Now Zaharia into the slot. Clanks off a defensive stick and goes wide. That one thrown towards center ice. And back around off the far side wall. Now in towards the middle, collected at the M by Balmoral. Now taken away. This is Schnur. Schnur drops down. Danulis, number 91. Danulis. Boy, that almost took an inadvertent deflection into the net, but went just wide. I saw it hit some twine, but it was obviously on the outside of the goal, not the in. Nice passing. Schnur almost able to direct it into net. That got caught up on the backside of the goal. It'll be frozen, and we'll have a face-off. Schnur sends it across, hits off the board, comes back to her. That centering pass deflected. Kelke launches it in from above the blue line and easily brushed away by Schroeder in the Balmoral net. Blazers have a chance here. Puck gets held up on the near side and eventually finds its way into the benches and will face off. It looks like teams are trying to find the puck. There it is. And we're going to do it on the dot right outside of the Balmoral zone. Face off won by Little Caesars. O'Brien's just going to dump it in. Now hit back out, goes off. And O'Brien stick handles it back into the zone, but it was in an offside position, so another face-off coming from that same spot as a few moments ago. Little Caesar's going to have to leave it alone. Now it's safe, but it's with the Blazers from Winnipeg. Yalawega sends it all the way around. Maybe Savar steps up, didn't measure the angle correctly, and that goes wide to the left of the goal. Savar again thinking about it. Gives to Leon. Leon right out in front, swept. Zaharia had a chance, and I think it was Bassett as well. And denied, not Bassett, number 17, that is Sidney Shayak. Shayak had a chance at it. Thought it was going to go in, but excellent pad save from Crosley. .5 minutes left to go in the second period. Crosley's going to have to fall on that one. About 15.5 to go here, second period. 3-0 lead from Little Caesars. All goals in that first period. Started off 30 seconds into it with Taylor Whitney. Been a clean second period as far as penalties go so far. That third goal of the first period for Little Caesars was in fact on the power play. That one way ahead, but going to be tracked down. Savar centering, nobody. That backhand hoist will eventually be an icing, as it looked like it was headed on net for a second, but puck kind of got up on its end and slowly turned away from the crease of Schroeder. And so we'll skate down to the other side and have a face-off. Opportunity now, wrist shot high, pipe, and in. Corinne Sandilands making it count. She got the puck in an excellent scoring opportunity, and I think it hit off the crossbar and in. What a finish from Corinne Sandilands, number 22 for Balmoral, and they are on the board. Corinne Sandilands, class of 2020, so a little younger. Came into the weekend with 4 goals, 3 assists. She'll add another one to that. And it is 3-1, so Balmoral trying to get their way back into the game. Unfortunate for Crosley, couldn't do a whole lot about it. She's kept a clean sheet thus far. It was basically a one-on-one opportunity for Sandilands with the goalie, and she made it count. Top line back out there for Little Caesars. Going to see if they can get it back quick. Fired in from Azamakis, but nobody home to redirect. Corinne Sandeland stays out there. He throws in a speculative effort from outside, but just so they can get fresh legs. Galuega giving chase, just out of her reach. Back around, but puck just sat there in the corner, and Shayak picks it up. She'll dump it down to Misswagen. Misswagen lined it up, dumps it back down. Here's Roberts. Roberts to the center, nobody there. Galuega can't get it onto their stick blade. And a delayed penalty coming up. And that'll go against Little Caesars. Nice pass up to Galuega. Oh, never mind. It was not a delayed penalty call. It was a delayed offsides, it appears. They kept going. I thought there might be a call on some contact. Puck in the corner. Trying to get it out as Little Caesars. They do. But eventually, Balmoral is able to pick it up. And with Leon, start a charge. She blindly backhands it towards the center. Had a teammate there, but couldn't get to it. Now this one might go nicely. Loose puck. Tracked down by Bassett. Bassett, one of the quicker skaters out here for Balmoral, number 7. Not an effective clearance from Balmoral, and a shot from Wilson is saved by Schroeder. Cleared out, and the icing. Taking a look at the games coming up here. Balmoral's got the league leaders coming up later this afternoon, 4 p.m. over at Ritter Arena. In fact, I'll be there for that one. North American Hockey Academy going against Balmoral. And Little Caesars tonight, they got Ridley College right here at Mariucci, 7 p.m. And they'll do a game tomorrow as well against Pacific. We'll see if Balmoral will play tomorrow as well against Ottawa. Both these teams with 2 games remaining after this one. After 2 games yesterday, 5 in total for both of these teams in 3 days here in Minneapolis. Fighting for it. Not kept in. Balmoral will have a chance to turn. Sandeland's the goal scorer for the Blazers. Tried to get it on to her wrist shot. Couldn't do it. Puck's still out there. Eventually poked clear by the team from Detroit in Little Caesars. The puck goes all the way to Schroeder. She thought about killing the play, keeps it going, maybe should have. Little Caesars keeps control of it. That one poked away. Shayak can't get to it. Schnur. Leon gets it over. Wrist shot, pad save. Another save. Rebounds are there. Crosley has her pad up against the pipe. Play is stopped. And it looks like the goal came off a crease a little bit. Not sure if the refs noticed that. That puck all the way down for the icing, and we'll have a face-off to the right of Ripley Crosley in the Little Caesars goal. Nine and a half minutes to go in the middle frame here, 3-1. Little Caesars from Detroit with the lead. Got all 3 goals in the first period. Balmoral responded with 1 here in the second. And we'll continue on. The puck nearly got to the bench. Now it does, over the bench and into the seats. Officials discuss where we're going to do the face-off. They make the decision. Face-off won by Little Caesars. Danulis had it. Now goes away. Here's Catherine Leon. Bame looking for teammates, got one inside. Defense is there for Little Caesars. Goal comes loose. So I think Crosley just nudged it a little bit too much, and we'll have to have a face-off. So clean second period, no penalties that I can think of. We've skated even strength this entire time. Little Caesars had 3 power plays in the first period, capitalized on 1. Oh, excellent passing. Azamakis wrist shot, not sure if it took a deflection and went high, but just high, nearly bagged her second goal. Hubble there, Whitney backhand blindly down to the corner where Wilson will send it back around. Whitney with it now, gets tripped, delayed penalty call. It looks like Balmoral will get there quickly. And after I talked about we had a clean period to this point, we're gonna have our first penalty. It'll be the 4th against Balmoral, tripping Yalowega. Number 16, the guilty party. That's Alex Yalowega for Balmoral. Little Caesars led by 3 after 1. Looking to get back that 3-goal advantage. That one nearly poked into the net. Out of the zone, O'Brien flings it in, but they're off. Now everybody's back on side. Attempt at a clearance, doesn't go too far. O'Brien collects. Valuable seconds ticking away from the Little Caesars power play. A nice job tying it on the far board, tying it up on the far board, I should say, is Catherine Leon. Leon battling 2 Little Caesars players. She's killing this penalty herself. Eventually it goes out to a Detroit attacker. Gets carried into the zone. We'll see if Little Caesars gets a chance to get a shot on goal. It's under a minute now left to go with the extra skater. Under 7 to go in the period. 3-1 Little Caesars lead. They'll work it around. Into the circle. Wrister low, pad save made by Schroeder. Azamakis picks her head up, finds a teammate, cross ice. Eventually will get it back. Cuts it across to stay on side. Nice by Little Caesars to be on the same page there and get everybody in on side. Slap shot, Jenny Heath. I think it might have hit her teammate. Brandy Olson out in front. Regardless, didn't get to the net. Ooh, Whitney fakes the pass to Heath, got the defender to bite. Drop back down to Whitney. Whitney skates it out of the corner and got some company with the official, but the power play is now over, back to even strength, and I don't think the Little Caesars mustered an official shot on goal during that power play. And Yalawega, fresh out of the penalty box, showing some life, slings it to the middle. Crosley's there. And now Little Caesars on the attack. Jenny Heath got it to the backhand, gonna try and go around, decides to stick it in near post, but Schroeder makes the save. Five minutes, 23 seconds remaining in period 2. 3-1 lead. Poor Little Caesars. No trip called there. Maybe could have blown the whistle. Regardless, Bame's going the other way. She's going to skate past one skater. Another tries the wrist shot. Crosley makes the save. Good individual effort from Delaney Bame as she got a shot in on net. Crosley shows you why she's one of the better keepers here in this league. Keeps it at 3-1. You got a penalty. And it's going to be Ava Rossano going to the penalty box. I think she got called for the shoulder, using the shoulder on the check. So Balmoral with a chance to make it 3-2 after trailing 3-0 after one. Miswagen attempt to play ahead, intercepted by Hubble and dumped down. Here's Olivia Savar near side shot. Crosley would have had that covered, but it goes wide to her left. Now back to Thiessen. Thiessen wanted to uncork, but just couldn't get into a good spot. And Balmoral's touch just lets them down when they need it. Swept the length of the ice as there's 50 seconds left to go in the power play. Here's Delaney Bame, number 9. Savar, high. I think Crosley got the blocker to it. Tried to throw the glove on top of it. Puck slides away. Here's Savar again. Savar, wrist shot knocked down. Doesn't find its way to the net. Now Little Caesars with a chance to run the other way. 20 seconds to go on the power play. They'll just safely dump it away. Little Caesars back to even strength. Puck in the corner now. Yalawega battling with, looks like to be Teresa DiMaggio. Zaharia turns towards nets, loses an edge. Still gets the pass off. Jenny Heath wings it up and out of the zone across center ice. Attempted a backhand, knocked down. Good job, Schnur right there. No high stick call. Looked like Schnur kind of gave up on the play, thought maybe a whistle would come in. Don't know if that's illegal here in the JWHL as play continues. O'Brien keeps it in. Flipped up, under 2 minutes now left to go. Here's second period. That one stays on the blue line. O'Brien almost let it go, but able to keep it in. Little Caesars keeping on some good pressure here late in the second. An attempt at a give and go, gets loose, but skating to it. Puck was up on the end and shot in. All the way around and out of play with 1:26 to go here in the second. We will have a face-off. Whitney sends it down. Now a minute to go here in the second frame. Miswagen ahead to Shayak. Shayak across. Roberts tried to control, pass a little bit behind her, and she couldn't kick it ahead to herself. Oh, turnover. Miswagen centering. Nobody there. Slap shot comes in. Good job by, I believe, Danulis from Little Caesars to lay out and get in the way of that opportunity. That one sent way up off the boards, and it'll be an icing call. 23.1 seconds to go here, period two. 3-1 lead for the team from Detroit over Balmoral Hall out of Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. A little bit north of us here in the Twin Cities. High off the glass, stays in. Savar catches it out of the air, gives it to herself. Crosley didn't think she saw it right away, but eventually got a stick to it in the nick of time. Savar keeps it in, catches it, and now she's going to charge at the net. Churning past Bame. Goal. That is one of the more impressive goals you're ever going to see, and given the time right before the end of the period, that is going to count. I don't think you'd even have to do a review of that one. Holy cow. Olivia Savar showing off why she's headed to St. Cloud State. Does some dancing, crosses it over, and Delaney Bame finishes it off. Bame had 2 goals in the evening cap game last night, and that's one there, and that's a huge turn of events as it makes it 3-2 after 2. We will pause, Zamboni the ice, and have puck drop for the third and final period when we get back. Welcome back. Puck drop for period number 3. And if you're just joining us, you missed some real exciting action at the end of that second period. Our score 3-2 as Balmoral Hall got a goal as time was basically expiring, but they did get it in before the horn. The icing call. And Balmoral trailed 3-0 after one period, and after 2 goals in the second, the score sits at 3-2. But Balmoral got that second goal with essentially no time remaining in the second period. The Little Caesars unfortunate there, as they've really been controlling this game for the most part, especially after that 3-0 lead from the first period. Couldn't do much in the second, however. That's a centering pass and a goal. What a job as Taylor Whitney chased it down and got it over. Little Caesars back up by 2. They scored 30 seconds into the first period, get one 30 seconds into this third period. And I think it was Jenny Heath who got on the end of the Taylor Whitney cross. And Taylor Whitney, heck of an effort, churning after that one to get to it. And what a presence of mind to send it into a dangerous area. And Jenny Heath was there to put it in. Brandy Wilson back, Azamakis. That one's denied by Schroeder. Misswagen with it. Wrist shot, pad save, Crosley. Thiessen will send it around. Center, nobody there, comes back out. Misswagen was crashing towards the net, and it gets past her. And on to the other end, sliding now and brushed away by Schroeder. Zumeric sends it down to Danulis. Danulis center right on the doorstep. Balmoral was first to it and sweep it away from the crease. Bouncing puck. Eventually finds its way to the glove of Schroeder. Megan Schroeder, graduating class of 2019. She splits time with Bianca Zach in net, but Zach gets the majority of the playing time, although they're fairly even. Bianca Zach played against this Little Caesar team yesterday morning, got a shutout, in fact, as Balmoral won at 3-0. Season series between these two is tied at 1, as they've only met one other time way back in October in Buffalo, New York. Little Caesars took that one 3-1. O'Brien picks it up, center ice. Carries it. Sends it in wide, Roberts there. Leone, backhand pass. Bame got something to it, but Crosley saw it coming and rejects that offering. A couple minutes into the third and final period here. Little Caesars able to get one back 30 seconds in after giving up a goal to make it 3-2, with time running out in the second period. Bassett. Puck on the near side now with Savar. Savar wrister from way out. Bame tried to redirect. Nobody in front for Little Caesars to defend. But the pad save from Crosley. That shot just goes high. No save. Now we're moving this way. Grace Schnur nearly got all the way to the goal, but had it taken away. Puck escapes from Savar. Brandy Wilson tried to center it. Taylor Whitney tracks it down. Can't get past Savar. Savar turns and goes. He's going to body off a couple players and slow it up. Wait for some help. Help doesn't quite get there in time. Blazers holding it into Little Caesars zone. Bodies on the ice. Thiessen tries to just fling it towards the goal. Nothing. Zaharia tried to get it on the backhand, and we're going to have a delayed penalty. Taylor Whitney, I think, got a little bit too much hold of the stick. But probably a wise decision, as it would have been a golden opportunity for Zaharia on the doorstep. And Taylor Whitney will go to the penalty box. So 4-2, 15:30 to go. And now Balmoral with another chance on the power play. Miswagen skates it in. Doesn't take the shot, sends it around. Savar will take a wrister. That one rebound, I don't know how it stayed out, as Bain was right there. Not sure if Crosley got a pad to it or it just went wide. Little Caesar survived. Miswagen down to Savar. That's slapped away, but kept in the zone. The Blazers trying to work it around. Miswagen. Patience to find Savar. Savar with a shot pass down to Thiessen. Gets it back. Makes a move in the slot. Wrist shot. Deflected away by the Little Caesars defense. Savar wrist shot. That's high and wide. That sort of bounces around the half wall. Rides the rail. And back into play. Savar again, trying to key off number 18. The St. Cloud State Husky commit. There she is. Sends it across. A lot on that one. And it hits thuds off a skate. Bame out in front. Sweeped it wide. Not sure if it was a great defensive effort or if she just missed. Now a slap shot comes off a Little Caesars player. That's Azamakis. One of the leading scorers, the leading scorer, I should say, for this team from Detroit. She's really hurting. That one stings. Puck near side. Crosley didn't see it. I thought it hit the back of the net, but it was the outside. And somehow Little Caesar survives. 15 seconds on the power play, and that may have just killed it off. As Balmoral is going to need to take some time to regroup. That touch will certainly end things. And out of the penalty box will come Taylor Whitney racing. She'll stay on the ice. Esposito looking around. Zaharia drops back. Slap shot. Couldn't get anything on the bouncing puck. Now it's picked up and carried away. It's Rossano. Rossano, left side. Sent it across goal. High to the left of Schrader, but she's got the glove right there. And we'll have a stoppage. That goal was looking fragile for Little Caesars during that power play, but somehow they survived without letting up a goal. A couple near misses from Balmoral Hall, and they still trail at 4-2. Esposito tried to dump it ahead, but called now for the icing. We've got 12:51 left to go in regulation. 4-2, Little Caesars trying to get a win here after a couple heartbreaks. One big heartbreak yesterday against Ridley Calls. Lost to this Balmoral team 3-0 to start things off this weekend yesterday morning. That shot just found a crowd. Teresa DiMaggio battling with Zaharia. Zaharia eventually gets the better of it, but the sweeping effort goes down to the other end and will have another ice. Zumeric down, now it's in the corner with a Little Caesars player, Whitney, involved. She'll carry it off the wall towards the circle, shot goes low. Schrader able to get the glove down. Zumeric. Shayak looking for help. Misswagen fires. Deflected wide by Crosley. Now Brandy Wilson, far side, gets past the defender, falls to the ice. Delayed penalty coming up. Backhand shot. And tapped dead. We'll see what the penalty is. Misswagen goes to the box. Azamakis looking down at the Little Caesars bench, still looking at that hand. It's a big slap shot, got inside the glove and got around the hand. Still got the glove off. I think they just want to make sure her hand's not broken, finger not broken. Careless turnover from Little Caesars, and that's the wrong girl to give it to. And because of that, they're forced into a penalty, and O'Brien's going to go to the box, and we're going to have some 4-on-4 hockey. A little hook. So 2 minutes for O'Brien. It'll be a minute 29 of 4-on-4, and then after that, Balmoral will have a 31-second advantage. Turnover, Sandilands. Interesting to see what will happen with all this space out here. 4-on-4. Savar shot. Looking for the deflection. Didn't get enough of a one, and pad save by Crosley. Jenny Heath now sends it ahead. I think that's Taylor Whitney out there. Collision on the boards. Puck stays in the corner. Savar there battling. Savar has it taken away by Whitney. Whitney, backhand pass, finds Wilson. Loose puck. And that's it, hits a body as it was Hubble who tried to get it. Jenny Heath sliding in. Puck pinballs off a few player. Schroeder doesn't want to freeze it, sends it out. And a nice run for Balmoral. Delaney Bame nearly picking out the bottom corner, but pad save from Crosley. Balmoral penalty done, and they'll have an advantage with including Misswagen, who's coming out fresh out of the penalty box. Fortunately loses her feet. Had a good head of steam. Thiessen no angle. And that'll get caught up on the back of the net. It'll stay in play until Crosley puts a hand to it. .905 remaining, 13 seconds on the power play for Balmoral. 4-2 lead for Little Caesars out of Detroit. Miswagen drops it down. Thiessen, shot, and into the back of the net. I think it was Leone who got it. It popped up, and all of a sudden it was behind Crosley. And with 3 seconds to go on the power play, it's a power play goal for Balmoral Hall, and it's a 4-3 score. Not what you wanted if your Little Caesars got the 2-goal lead back. Had a power play, and 30 seconds in, committed a penalty. And with only about a 31-second advantage, Balmoral able to get a power play goal. Huge collision as Whitney glides from the corner all the way out to the middle of the ice. She is shaken up, but stays out there. Another trip. I think Roberts, that was inadvertent as some sticks and skates got mixed together. Down low, out, tapped. That's going to be an ice. And we're going to have an exciting finish. It was 3-0 Little Caesars after one period. Balmoral's fought back. They fought back to make it 3-2 after 2. Early goal from Little Caesars here in the third, and now a response by Balmoral has us at 4-3 with 8:18 left to go in the game. Face-off in the Balmoral zone. It's going to be controlled by the Blazers. Kept in by Little Caesars, but a missed touch. Yalawaga the other way, no angle. Crosley knocks it down, but puck's still alive on a second chance. Sent around, Olivia Savar up near the blue line waiting for it, but it's caught here on the wall near side. Balmoral has it, Savar calling for it, finally gets it. Gives it up. She got it a little bit too late to uncork. The slap shot, wrister goes all the way through, popped up. Crosley doesn't know much about it. And I don't know if that was up on the pipe, but man, that was hanging out up there. It looked like Crosley even popped it up with her shoulder, went down on the ice, then was able to cover it. So Olivia Savar narrowly tied the game at 4. We'll see, yep. Azamakis has returned to action after taking that shot off the hand. She's out there right now on this top line with Wilson and Whitney. Counting down to 7 minutes left to go. Slap shot. Hit a Blazer in front. Knocked down. Jenny Heath really came to life here in these last 2 periods for Little Caesars. Balmoral now picking up far side. That's Delaney Bame. She sends it down. Miswagen finds his way back to Bame. Bame down to Roberts, just out of the reach of number 10. Clanks off a pipe. Now comes loose. Little Caesars has it, but Miswagen there to crash, close down, and keep the puck in the net. Now Miswagen skating, shot. And I think Crosley got just enough to it to send it high and over. Now back in the slot, Roberts' shot. That's deflected by a defender in front. Out to Miswagen. Miswagen fires, looping shot, wide. Balmoral Hall really heaping the pressure on. Crosley tried to push it away with the stick, but popped it up to herself. Luckily, she was there and threw the glove on it. So exciting stuff as we're winding this one down. 4-3, 5:16 to go. Into the corner. Balmoral still keeping the pressure on as the puck stayed in the Little Caesar zone for quite some time. Now it leaves. Roberts has it, skating back. Oh, Jess gets it over to Thiessen. Thiessen tries to throw a soft pass, nearly intercepted by Jenny Heath. Eventually it's picked up, chased after. Heath sweeps it to Zemerick. And the puck will end up in the bench. Four to 3 late in the third period. JWHL hockey from Minneapolis and 3M Arena at Mariucci. Grace Schnorr has it, still in, kicking it around, can't find the puck, and Balmoral will take it away. Good attack coming in, right side, rebound, and nobody there. As it was Danulis, I think, just had overskated the area. Battle in the corner, tied up. And the refs will stop it. We're having a stoppage every about 50 seconds or so here in the last couple minutes. And now, with this stoppage, it's 3:19 left to go in the hockey game. Little Caesars trying to hold on. We'll keep an eye on Schroeder in net, although I'm guessing at least another minute or so will have to go off before she comes off the ice for the empty net and the extra skater. Hubble sends it in, nobody there. Wilson tries for the backhand effort as the deflected puck in front kind of fell kindly to her. And another icing call. It's 2:41 now. That was just about 40 seconds there. After the icing call with 2:41 left to go, the face-off now down in Little Caesars territory. Balmoral's been putting some good pressure on in the last couple minutes in this area. See if they can continue. Danulis gets it out. Puck's bouncing around up on its end. But Miswagen gets to it for the Blazers from Manitoba. Now Miswagen gets it in an offensive position. She's going to try and carry. Can't. Thumped off the wall, but kept in. Roberts is looking for a centering pass. Didn't know a teammate had gone down. Puck took a deflection. Schroeder's going to come out and play it. Sends it around the wall. Picked up by Danulis. Danulis just content to backhand it towards the Balmoral goal. Danulis going to pick it up again here around the M. Skate wide. Thump it off the glass. No icing. 1:39 to go. Balmoral hoping they can get it down in the other end and maybe get Schroeder off. They turn it over in the neutral zone, but kick back. And we're going to have an icing call down on the other end. That's going to hurt Balmoral's chances of getting Schroeder off the ice again. And Balmoral is going to take a timeout to talk things over with only 1:24 left to go here in the game. I think the emphasis is going to be on winning this draw, getting it up to the other end, and getting the goalkeeper off the ice so they can get the extra skater. Talk about some of the upcoming action. We mentioned these two teams in action again later tonight. Balmoral has to take on the league leaders, North American Hockey Academy, at 4 p.m. at Ritter Arena. And later tonight, Little Caesars will take on Ridley here at Mariucci at 7 p.m. We just saw Ridley in our game before this one, going up against Washington. Game in which Washington won 4-2. So after the timeout, we got 1:24 to go, 4-3. But the face-off is down on the Balmoral end. So we'll see what happens. Here on the draw, big draw, Wilson going against Olivia Savar. Savar able to help Balmoral get control. Thumped off the wall. They wanted to play it longer, I'm sure. Doesn't quite go there. Yalowanga sends it down. Not down far enough. Sandilands, Savar with it. Sandilands offside because Little Caesars player in the way. And maybe some miscommunication on what to do exactly there by Balmoral as a couple girls conversating. It looks like Sandilands has to go to the penalty box. She was volunteering to go to the penalty box. The referee said, I didn't make that call. So it'll be 6-on-5 as Balmoral's left the net empty. Luckily win the face-off. Thiessen's there. And it's going to be an interesting minute or so here for Mariucci to end this one. Sent all the way down. Icing will be the call. And Balmoral will have an opportunity on the other end. And another timeout coming. And it'll be a tense 46.8 seconds. Face off down on the Little Caesars end. 6-on-5 hockey as Balmoral's pulled their goalie. 1-goal game. The Blazers are ready to roll. Well, Almost thought they forgot their sixth skater. There she goes, Thiessen down now with them. Caesars now break the huddle. They're ready for action as we've got 46.8 long seconds left to go in the hockey game. 4-3, Caesars lead. They try and dump it away. Kept in nicely by Misswagen. Misswagen tries to whirl around. Tapped ahead, and if Whitney can win the race, she might have a chance in empty net. Can't win the race as Thiessen gets to it first. 30 seconds now left to go. Olivia Savar with it. She's going to carry it up past the University of Minnesota M. Wrist shot. Just wide. Maybe touched a piece of the glove from Crosley. Thiessen with it now. Switched it over. Sandilands takes a whiff at it, and that goes just wide to the left of Crosley again. 10 seconds now as Little Caesars is just going to try and stall the puck on the far board. 5 seconds. No whistle. 4 seconds. And the horn will go. And that will do it. And it'll be a 4-3 final after 3 goals in the first period. Little Caesars out of Detroit hangs on to take out Balmoral Hall of Manitoba 4-3. And Caesars getting their second win on the road trip to Minnesota. Excuse me, their first win so far here in Minnesota. And Balmoral will take their first loss. Well, we want to thank you again for watching this presentation of JWHL Hockey. The final, once again, Little Caesars 4, Balmoral Hall 3. It's been JWHL Hockey here from Minneapolis at Mariucci Arena.